You don't want to be this guy.
Автоинспекторы.
You guys always ask me, am I going to get arrested if I go to Russia? Is FSB going to take me away at the border? All these things we're going to answer today because I'm going to talk about the difference between Russian cops and American cops. And I'm going to let you know what you need to be straight in the streets so you have no problems. Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm an Afghanistan war veteran who's been living in Russia for almost 2 years. And look, first of all, you guys need to know you need the right paperwork so that you are in no way, no danger while you're walking the streets in Russia. So the first thing you obviously need to get into Russia is a visa. Now, if you're an American, it's really easy. I've made a video on it. You can go look at it. But obviously, the first thing you need is a Russian visa. The second thing you're going to need is this little paper that you fill out when you come into Russia. Basically, all the information that's in your visa, you put it into a little piece of paper. Why? Because later you need to make sure that you get registered in the address that you decide to live in. It could be a hotel, a hostel, or a friend's house. So these are the 3 pieces of paper you're going to need if you're going to be in Russia. Now that you know what paperwork you need, let's start talking about the differences. All right. In Russia, I've noticed that you don't really see police out in the street for some reason. In small towns like the one I live in, you never see them unless it's like in the evening, in the night when they're patrolling, or if you call them yourself. And in America, well, they're always patrolling. They're basically all over the place. You can see a cop in my neighborhood every 5 minutes just going around the same streets. I want to show you some interactions that some people have had with Russian police. Now keep in mind, it's always going to vary between situations, right? And not all cops are the same in Russia and not all cops are the same in the United States. So let's get into this clip.
Из машины выходите.
После долгих переговоров автоинспекторы вытащили водителя из машины. Дама-пассажирка «девятки» собрала с дороги рассыпавшиеся при этом бумаги. Она очень хотела попасть домой. Ведь Михаил, так звали ее спутника, теперь должен был ехать в отделение полиции.
What we basically saw is a cop trying to get a man out of the car because he was drunk. And as he wasn't trying to get out, he smashes through the window and pulls him out. As I understand, or let me know if I'm wrong, the cops in Russia are basically the law of the land. If they tell you to do something, you absolutely have to listen in that moment. Please take my word of advice. Do not try to contradict a Russian cop. It's not going to end up being good for you. Their word is the law. Now that might be contrary to some cops in America because in America you can always talk back to the cops. How do I know this? Well, when I was growing up, I used to do it. Like there's absolutely very little respect for cops where I'm from. So I'm going to show you a clip of how some people talk to cops in my country.
You're making a stop that would have been a warning.
I'm trying to protect myself. I'm trying to protect myself, bro.
How are you doing that by not rolling your windows down?
I ain't even see y'all behind me.
Registration.
Here you go. You want to answer that question you asked, or you want to cut yourself off and me off while I'm answering your question?
Registration.
Oh, all right. There you go. It's been ready for you the whole time.
Playing games for no reason.
You're not playing any games.
Yeah, you are.
This man has been asked to put down his window many times, but you know what? The rule of the cop is not actually law. There's not a law that says that you have to listen to the cop when he says put your window down. So he continues to not listen. And so in my country, it's totally legal to not obey a cop if he's giving you an order that makes no sense, right? But in Russia, the difference is whenever you're told something by the cop, that basically becomes the law. This is what I'm starting to learn from these videos and my interactions with the cops. But usually the Russian cops will not tell you something that's out of this world. So guys, let me know in the comment section, if you're American, do you think that it's interesting to see the Russian cop kind of lose his bearing, smashing through that window? And if you're Russian, let me know, do you think that it's interesting seeing an American not listening to the cop? These situations, of course, are not the same all the time. So now I'm going to show you an example where a Russian cop actually is very calm and he goes up to a protester. Now, you guys know that since the conflict started, there was protests and there was people holding up signs. Well, in this video we're about to see, it's a guy holding a blank piece of paper, but that's not what interests me. Let's get into the video now.
В соответствии с постановлением губернатора Новосибирской области номер 72-Б от 18 марта 2020 года, также постановлением губернатора Новосибирской области от 9 февраля 2022 года номер 40-П, публичные мероприятия, любые публичные мероприятия на территории Новосибирской области, в том числе одиночные пикетирования, которые, так понимаю, вы сейчас совершаете, запрещены. При непрекращении ваших противоправных действий вы будете подвергнуты административному наказанию, предусмотренному статьей 20.6.1. Требую немедленно прекратить ваши противоправные действия. Повторяю, требую прекратить ваши противоправные действия.
Now keep in mind, this cop just asked him, hey, could you stop doing these illegal things that I just told you that you're doing? I think he asks him like 2 times. And for me, it's interesting because in America, usually the cops don't tell you what you're doing wrong. Most of the time, they just try to handcuff you. I know this from experience, being from Los Angeles. If they do a traffic stop, they just handcuff you right away. They'll tell you after maybe what's happening. But, you know, I don't care so much that this guy's getting arrested for doing something that in my country means nothing. Like, this is nothing. But what I find interesting is that the cop is actually calm and he tells him, this is what you're doing wrong, stop. And he gives him many chances to stop what he's doing. But as you see, the guy gets taken away because he doesn't take the opportunity. This might scare some of you guys who are foreigners into Russia, but just understand that if you're coming to Russia, don't break the rules, don't break the laws. As a tourist, you shouldn't even be thinking about breaking the simple laws that are written everywhere in Russia. In Russia, there's new laws all the time and they pass them and then you hear about them. Take them serious, no matter how ridiculous they are. This is not a country like my country, right? Russia is not America, so I would expect them to have different laws and I would respect them the same. By the way, guys, if you don't want to get sent to the gulag, consider hitting like if you're finding this video informative and you actually like it. It does help the algorithm push our channel out, and we are trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you can help. Now I'm going to give you an example where the American cops lose their cool. Here's the video of some random guy jaywalking. Jaywalking, my friends, is when you cross not in a place designated for crosswalks.
Seconds into the video.
Crosswalk right there. What did I do? No crosswalk right there. What did I do?
Eford continues to ask what he did before officers order him to the ground, saying they'll tase him. Officers used a taser on Eford 3 times before he was handcuffed.
What did I do? He has not told me anything, sir.
Now, did you notice? The guy was asking, like, what did I do? What did I do? There's night and day in America, just like there's night and day in Russia. You know, in America, it's like I told you, they don't tell you what you're doing and they'll just tackle you. This guy got tased, unfortunately. So, in my opinion, though, the biggest difference is the rules are very, very clear in Russia. And in America, it seems like cops can sometimes bend the rules and get away with tasing you and stuff like this. Something that's very popular in the West is saying like, F the police. This is like the typical American thing, especially in California. You see a cop, you say, F you, pig, and stuff like this, right? Well, in Russia, you're not allowed to say bad things to cops because this is disrespectful and it's breaking the law. So I'm going to roll a clip of something that you'll never see in Russia, and if you see it, you can be damn sure these people are going to jail.
You don't need police help?
Fuck you, pigs.
Do you need police assistance, sir?
Could you get the fuck away from me, please? I haven't broken the law.
Now, I had to stop the video right there because already, if you said one bad thing to a Russian cop, you'd be in handcuffs, right? But the video continues, and just look at the attitude of the American cops.
Okay. Well, we're standing on public property just like you.
Me too. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to start walking away because I say, fuck you guys and have a good day.
Hey, have a good day, sir. Have a good day. Take care.
Enjoy your donuts, bitches.
Looked like you were getting ready to cry, so I wanted to say hi.
Have a good day, pigs. Get the fuck back in your car. How about that? Get back in your car. Get back in your car, sir. Get back in your car. Let me see. I'm going to record you guys getting back in your car. I have all day. I'm sure you pigs will get a car here soon. How about that?
Actually, no, we're on a scat team, so we...
Oh, okay, well, me too. I don't have shit to do. I'm off today. Yeah, I'm recording you motherfuckers. Fuck the police.
What's your name, dude?
None of your business.
Is that your first and last name?
Yes, sir.
What's your date of birth?
Fuck the police.
So your name is none of your business and your date of birth is fuck the police?
You shove it up your ass.
And shove it up your ass?
Yes, sir.
Is that where you were born?
Again, guys, let me know down below if you think that the Russian way is better, where they must respect cops, or if you think freedom of speech, like being able to disrespect a cop, is okay with you. I believe in freedom of speech, of course, but I also believe in the law. I love when there's respect for people who are meant to protect you. I know not all cops are good, right? But if you're a bad person to someone for no reason, like we saw in the video, then you should probably be taken into jail and being taught like, hey, you need to be a good person. There's too many bad people out in the street that start off by saying bad things and then end up doing bad things. The only time I had a run-in with the cops was when I went fishing at 3 or 4 in the morning. They were doing their rounds, securing the building, and interestingly enough, they told me to stop and I didn't, because I didn't understand they wanted me. But then they kind of encircled me and asked me for my documents, and I had everything in my bag and they left me alone. Now, again, if you carry your paperwork, you should have no problem in Russia. If you follow the rules and follow the laws and don't disrespect a cop, you'll never have any problems in Russia. Now, as a foreigner, you sometimes will also see FSB. These are like border patrol agents. These are agents that make sure that the integrity of Russia is being taken care of. And honestly, I can't tell you what they tell me or what kind of stuff we talk about, but just know this. When you're being talked to by the FSB, make sure that you're not lying. And make sure that you're not saying too much, right? Obviously, they're going to ask you questions, but nobody wants to hear your life story. Sometimes you can incriminate yourself, end up on a list somewhere. Just don't do it. By the way, I must also say, do not get into any problems. A lot of Russian guys like to fight. They like to be aggressive. Last year, I was assaulted by 3 people, and I just left that situation, all right? Do not try to be the cool guy. Don't try to be a hero. The law is never going to take your side, and it's just better for you not to get involved in any of these things. I'm going to be sharing with you 3 like urban legend lies, basically false information about Russia. Number 1, the cops will not just stop you and take you away for no reason, guys. If you have your paperwork straight, they won't do anything. They just want to check up on you. All right. A lot of people think that Russian cops just take foreigners away. Number 2, FSB is definitely not going to be taking you to the gulag if you've been into the military like I have. A lot of military veterans want to come to Russia and visit. You're not like going to be taken prisoner of war, okay? And number 3, you're not going to be sent to no wars from Russia as a foreigner. A lot of people have this idea that, hey, what if I visit and I'm a military person? No. This is not going to happen to you in Russia. This is all fake. Honestly, guys, I get asked these questions all the time, and I hope that if you're one of those people that have asked, here's the video for you. You are not going to be taken into a dungeon somewhere in Moscow and fed bread. Nobody cares about you in that way, unless like you're secretly some crazy villain, guys. This place is free for tourists. The cops are not bad people. We also create other different types of content. So I'm going to put up 2 different videos here. You can choose from them. Please do go check out our different content. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.